Anyone else?
What number are you?
Ain't no looking.
I wonder what the number, Tom.
Just put me on a peg.
I think number one's still in here. Oh, it's gone.
No, we've done a three.
Done? Everyone done? I'll get a different one. So gents, how this is going to work then, obviously we're going to pull the number out, you're going to come forward, obviously if you're on your own, tell us the swim you're going to go in, we'll put your initials in that area, and obviously if you're a pair, come forward, and obviously same process. Alright, apart from that, we'll get started. Number one, magic number one. No one got it? No? Number two? Yep, you're not cheating. You are from Newcastle.
Let's get this one.
You have
swim.
Now, without trying to jinx Rob, the lucky mascot has also worked again, and Rob is playing his first fish of the day. Now, we haven't even done our introduction yet, we haven't even started the video yet, but what a great way to start. We'll just leave it for a minute or two, wait until Rob gets it in, and then we'll have a look at what he's got on the end of the line.
£18, caught on a Essential Fruits dumbbell waffler from Bait Guru in a little solid bag, just cast to a showing fish. In for about 5 minutes, and it's just literally banged off and ripped off. Lovely dark scaly one. Happy days.
Yeah, nice fish, well done mate, well done.
Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome back to MAF2 UK, and as you can see we've got Andy P next to me, and where's Dave? Dave who? Dave, the other guy. You must remember him, he used to come fishing with us. Dave.
No.
Oh, he's doing the
roofing thing.
The roof. He's doing a roof on his house?
Roof.
Yes,
the
that's
roof.
it, yes. He's not actually, what he's doing is doing a charity event, another charity event, which actually coincided with today's date. So Dave couldn't make it with us today. And I know Dave is very honoured to do what he's doing already, but he's also sad that he couldn't make it this weekend as well. So
Dave is sad.
Davis. Yes, he is, isn't he? So welcome to Norton Disney. Welcome to Billy's Lake. 27 acres of lake. We are at the CHUF social event, which is the Children's Heart Unit Fund. Now, I may make a mistake later on in the video by saying that. It's Children's Heart Unit Fund. What I have a tendency to say is Children's Heart Foundation. And I keep saying that, but I don't mean that. I mean Children's Heart Unit Fund. That's what it's all about. The rules here, barbless hooks, that's the way it is, I'm afraid. Whether you're pro or against barbless hooks is irrelevant. This is the rules of the lakes, and this is what we follow. Yes, there was a video that preluded this. I'm not supposed to laugh. I've got to start again.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Carry on, it's real. Keep it real.
Yes, there was a video that preluded this, so you are aware that we are doing this weekend. We will at some point go around and see absolutely everybody on the lake, everybody who's fishing on this social, everybody who's a part of this charity event will be on this camera, will be filmed, and I think it's absolutely amazing. I think what Paul has done to get this up and running is fantastic, and I must admit the support from Norton Disney has been amazing too. It's just nice to be here. It's nice to be on a water which is well looked after, and as the bailiff said to me, which I totally agree with, run by fishermen for fishermen, and I think that is quite apparent at this moment in time. Now we are looking forward to the bailiff coming down to give us a few pointers in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm more looking forward to seeing Minnie Mouse, to be fair.
Oh, from Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Pluto's all right.
I think
Or Goofy.
I think Mickey's away.
Mind you, talking of Goofy, yeah, you will notice I have got a tooth missing right now. Maybe two. But I am having some major dental work done right now. So I've got to wait for everything to be taken out before I can put them all back in again. So yeah, it may look a bit odd, but it's the nature of the beast, I'm afraid.
The truth is, he forgot them. They're at home on the side of the
No. I've got them.
No, they're not. No.
No, I've got them. No, I have.
Yeah, but they're at home.
Yeah, but they're waiting for the others to go out so I can.
Karen's cleaning them, so you can put them in.
She's got the pledge.
Yeah.
Got the pledge on them. Yeah. So, yeah, well, probably true actually. Yeah. So, listen, this is just an introductory. Let's get on with some fishing. What was it? 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5-ish, something like that. We've had rods in water for a couple hours. I've not had any knocks myself yet, but it's taken quite a time to get things moving. I've also had some casting tuition. Now, there's a little bit more about that later in the video, but I actually found it quite productive, and the distance I was casting after he showed me these new techniques, well, I believe it certainly made a difference. It seemed like it was a lot more effortless to get out where I needed, not had to be, but where I could potentially want to be. And there was a lot of technique involved. So a little bit more about that later, but there was somebody teaching me about casting earlier. So look forward to that. In the meantime, I think it's more or less down to me and you to enjoy our, well, it is vodka, lime and soda, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not
For now,
For
obviously.
now, yeah. We're just having but the ice makes a massive difference, doesn't it?
It's just a nice social thing to do,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it is.
It's
Nice.
a social, after all.
It's a social, yes, and we're here to raise money for CHUF. So excellent. Rob's got a fish. Dave has got a fish too. He just kept it to himself and kept it quiet, so we didn't get it on camera. But what I've said to Dave is, the next time he catches a fish, we're all going to run over and we're going to rip his bivvy down if he doesn't tell us and we don't get it on camera. So he has to tell us next time. So yeah, so the two swims either side in the margins are producing at the moment. Out in the water, nothing at the moment for me and Andy, but the two margins are producing, which is really interesting. It means that although we wanted to come in and fish this peg, they seem to be in the margins at the moment, not in the deep water. Let's keep trying, see how we go.
Look at the technique on that. Look at that. Almost like he's been taught. Ding. comes. Everybody duck.
Where?
90 degrees. Arm up. Left arm out. Hips to the left. Fire. Ow!
Work. 90 degrees.
Feet at 45. No, that's not 45.
It is. That's very hard to do. So you give tuition, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And is that what sort of area do you cover?
Just long range casting, accuracy, rigs, anything to do with long range fishing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Right. Listen, I really do appreciate you coming down to help me today. Thanks very much for your advice, and
Alright.
I will take it. And if you see me over there and I don't do as I'm told, just shout across the lake and I'll behave myself. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Good luck.
And for anybody who's watching, this is the details. And this, if you want to learn how to cast and you want some tuition, this is who to speak to.
Can't be any more fairy footed, can it?
Time to go to bed. We're obviously using our night sight so as that we don't disturb any of the other anglers. But yeah, time to turn Andy in after a couple of lemonades and a couple of sherbets.
The lemonade was nice.
Yeah, it was actually, yeah. I've still got some sherbet. We'll,
It's good night from me.
and good night from me. And good morning, and what a beautiful morning it is too. Just before I recast out again, just want to show you the rig that I'm using this weekend. Obviously, you got a leader, but I'm using a running lead, 2-ounce running lead with mono hair rig and a 6 size 6 twister. On that, I'm putting on 3 maize. I've just spotted out, so hopefully that might do the job. A lot of fish come out so far this weekend, but not from this peg. The peg that I wanted. There you go. Sod's law, isn't it? If Dave was here, he'd have probably had 16 by now. But he's not here. So yeah, can do but try. Keep trying. Beautiful morning, as you would have seen by now. Sun coming up, sort of 5 o'clock this morning. Beautiful. I'm still 11 wraps out. I'm going to maintain 11 wraps for at least this morning. Now I've just spotted out, it would make no sense to go anywhere else now. So I'm just going to stay where I am. So there we are. Just make sure that that kicker is in the right place. One of the things I've seen recently is using a stop bead on your kicker to make sure that your mono doesn't untangle itself. That's one of the things I've been watching on YouTube recently with a running rig. And there we are. Pretty straightforward. Let's get that out. So here we go, we have David. And how are you this morning, David?
Tired?
Yeah. Did you catch much?
No, nothing. Nothing in the night.
No? So how many fish are you up to now?
Just one.
Just the one? That's one more than me.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's good.
Your time will come.
Yeah, I hope so. So what baits are you using?
Bait Guru Jungle.
Right.
I've got enough with me.
I think you have, yeah. You're doing all right there, Dave.
Yeah, I'm just crushing it in a solid bag and then using it on a very short rig.
Yeah,
Very short.
yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah. Having a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all for the right reasons, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, very good. Well, like I say, it's going to be a short interview. I've just got to get around everybody.
Got a
So,
long walk.
are you? I must ask, are you? You're okay to be on the blog, yeah?
Yeah,
Right.
fine, yeah.
That's cool. Thanks, Dave.
No problem.
So, moving on, round to what peg we on?
Peg 5.
Peg 5. This is Carl. Nice to meet you, Carl.
Nice to meet you.
How are you getting on?
Quite good. Could be better, but I've had one fish at 19.5 common. Got it about 7:30 this morning. Yeah, really
Yeah, awesome.
happy.
Yeah.
Happy not to be blanking on the first after
Yeah.
24 hours.
I'm still blanking.
But yeah, it's good.
Good. What you fishing on? What did you catch it on?
Had it on yellow manila sticky pop up on a stiff boom rig
Right.
on a small D. Just dead simple.
Is that your regular style? Is that what you?
It's just that, no, it's it's one I'm just messing about with.
Right.
Normally it would be maybe a reverse combi or blowback rig over a big bed of bait, but just trying different things.
Yeah.
Every time I come fishing something new.
Paid off this time, hasn't it?
Yeah, I certainly did. Yeah.
Nice one. Well, I've got a lot of people to get round, so nice to meet you again.
Yeah, great.
Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers now. Thanks.
Well, I know Scott. How you doing, Scott?
All right, mate. Thank you. How's you?
And I'm fine, thank you. Now, how are you getting on?
I've had two. 3 o'clock this morning. Had one. I think it was £18, and I've just put one back. 19.3.
You're doing really well then.
I did enjoying
I was going to say that's
minute
a
of
good
it.
session. It looks like you're the
last-
one with the most fish so far. Then.
Oh, something.
Yeah.
The last time I was here, I blanked, so it's nice to pull one in and
Bit
get
of
one on
kickback.
the bank.
Yeah. And what are you catching on? What's
Uh,
doing it for you?
Chuddies. I've got 2 chuddies out, and I think it's bag as well.
Right.
So it's it's my normal style of fishing. I think I prefer to try and mix it up a bit. Normally, sometimes I put out a zig as well,
Yeah.
but I haven't got one out at the moment.
I was thinking zig maybe, but I sort of don't have the time at the moment because I'm going to walk round. But yeah,
Busy man.
yeah. Well, I don't mind. I need to get everybody on. You see, I
That's
want to
it.
get everybody in
Yeah.
on the camera. So everyone, at least then it's some kind of look and say, yeah, I was there. They don't have to lie then, do they?
That's it.
Right,
No.
listen, Scott. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem,
I know you're
thank
busy.
you,
I know
Matt.
you want to go somewhere because
Yeah.
his rods are in. That means he's going somewhere. So I'll let you to it. Okay.
Right, thank you.
Thank
Matt.
you.
Cheers. Right, cheers, Matt.
Right, so now we've moved down to Ross. Got Ross in my book now. What peg is this?
3.
3. Peg 3.
Count myself then.
Yeah, and how are you getting on?
Okay, yeah, one fish, £15.
Yeah.
About an hour and a half ago. It was alright, yeah, it was quiet last night, mine. So, yeah, I think perhaps should be doing better. I don't know whether it was all of us coming on yesterday, 20 anglers, putting 20 lots of spom out, and that might have just upset them a bit, but
Yeah, it's a bit of a shock to the system. And when you count the amount of total lines in the water.
yeah. And then last night the weather changed. I thought the weather was okay and there's a bit of wind, so we got the heads down and obviously now we're starting to catch on this bank. So yeah.
And it's coming in on the wind as well, isn't it?
It is going to cause me a problem getting the spum out at 25, 26 wraps, but I'll give it a go.
All part of the fun.
Yeah.
So you might remember Ross from last year. Ross was with us last year. What did you catch last year?
I had 3 or 4, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 and 4. 3 and 4 fish, but I think Dave had the biggest, didn't he? So.
He did, yeah. Well, he would do.
But he's not
Dave.
here this time.
No, he's not. No, but
So
he'll still win. Somehow, he'll still win somehow. I don't know how he'll do it, but he will do it.
But like you said before, it's not about the catching. It's
No, it's taking part, and it really is about the taking part, isn't it?
It is about a bit, and the raising the money and the awareness for the charity as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And the good work everyone's doing who's now involved in it. And,
Yeah.
So.
A really good response this year, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant response, and Norton's been good as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very accommodating. So yeah, it's a good complex, and it's well suited for this type of event. Really.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But hopefully we get more.
Yeah, I think we will. I think it's just going to get bigger, I think.
Yes, well I hope so. Yeah, I mean the event certainly will. I mean there's talk next year of having a few of the lakes really.
Yeah.
So yeah, and today's just going to get better because of fun and games this afternoon. I understand.
Yeah, so I believe 12:30.
I've seen the little rod again. Is it the same game?
No, I think it's a different game. But I think I know what it is, but I don't think I'm allowed to say.
Right.
Right. No.
We'll be quiet.
I can't tell anyone. I'll wait till the cameras
It'll
off.
be good fun there.
Yeah.
It will be good.
Yeah, it will. Yeah. Right. I got to move on. Got to get round.
Yeah.
Nice one, Ross.
It's a big lake.
Thank you. Right. We now over to Phil, and apparently, Phil, this is your first time carping, isn't it?
It is. I used to be course angler for 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And Ross invited me up here to join in with this, and so I snapped it up.
And how are you finding it?
Loving it. To be
Yeah.
honest.
You enjoying it? Oh, that's
I am.
brilliant. That's brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah. And have you caught anything?
I have.
You have.
I think you've been pre-warned, but
Well, I do know,
yeah.
but I cannot, under any circumstances, take the mickey
No.
because I haven't caught anything.
Excellent.
So
Well, no,
you're well ahead of me.
It was considered to be live bait. I think was used.
At the end of the day, it's a catch, no
It
matter,
is.
and it's not a blank,
Pound and a half.
regardless.
It was nice.
It's more than I've had.
No, it's nice to have something on the bank.
Yeah,
to
of
be fair.
course. Yeah. So, looking forward to this afternoon.
I am.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know what we got in store really, but we'll soon find out.
Yeah.
It should be a few giggles, I hope. Some good prizes too, isn't there?
Apparently
yeah,
so, yeah.
some really
That's
good
good.
prizes. All right. Well, listen, I said it would be short and sweet, and there we go. Nice to meet you.
And yourself too.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
So here we are. We have Mark and Tom. So, Mark, how are we getting on?
We're doing all right. It's Tom's fishing. We've been fishing on a local syndicate for the last few years, and it hasn't been very kind to him. So he hasn't had a fish in 4 years, but he changed that this morning.
Have you had one out this morning?
Yeah,
Yeah, go on.
12 and 3/4 pound.
Say that again. A bit
12
loud.
and 3/4 pound.
12 and 3/4 pound. Well, that is 12 and 3/4 pound more than I've had. So,
Yeah.
so that's well done for that, Tom. Well
Yeah.
done. And what did you catch that on, mate?
Just plastic maize over better maize.
Yeah, that's the same tactics that I'm using. Exactly the same.
Oh, Tom, you're in.
Here we go, on camera.
Yeah. Go on, son. I'll try and stay out the way. Good lad. Oh. That's it. Go on. That's it, take your time. That's it. Good lad, son. Yep. Nice mirror.
There's no denying you haven't caught this. He's nearly there. He's nearly there. That's it. He's nearly there. He's yours. Fish number 2. You're milking it.
It is, you know.
That's 23.
Yeah.
That's a 23.
23.
That's the biggest I know that's been out of the water yet.
Wait! Oh, Ross, you're not bugging us yet. I'm taking my shirt off at least.
It's gone for the camera.
I'm taking my shirt off at least before you bug us.
Just keep this up. You got it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Good lad, Tom. Look at the smile.
Talk us through it, Tom. What did you catch it on?
The maize on the maize bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. How big?
£23.
What is it?
PB.
Yeah.
Good lad.
What's going to happen later?
Bug it.
Yeah.
You know it.
Fantastic, son.
Tom,
Look at
smile.
it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Look at that smile. That says everything. Sparkles from your teeth have come out. So this is Andy. Andy's on peg 22, and Andy's just confessed to catching how many?
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 so far. And we're not even halfway through the social yet. That's an absolutely amazing figure of fish. And double takes as well, did you say?
Yeah, 2 double takes.
2 double takes.
This morning, yeah, absolute carnage. It's good, it's good though.
Doesn't happen very often,
No.
but when it does, lap it up. What sort of distance are you out?
10 wraps.
10 wraps.
All 3 rods at 10
so
wraps.
it's not a massive distance, it's, you know, anything from the margins at all?
Most of the fish have been from the margins.
Yeah.
6 of the 9 have been from the margins.
Yeah.
I'm not a good caster, so I fish to my strengths.
Did you have some lessons yesterday?
No.
Oh, I did.
I wish I did.
Yeah, I did, to be fair. What I did, because I just thought, I think I know what I'm doing, but watch me, see what I'm doing wrong. And as soon as I cast, he went, yeah, I can see what's going wrong here. He said, do this, do that, do that, do that. Have a go at that now, and difference.
I can get distance, but it's sods like you've not got a clue where it's going to land.
Right.
I know it'll land 25 wraps, but I don't know where.
That way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an amazing. That's a really good result. That's a really good result.
I fancy there's a peninsula.
Yeah.
Out towards the point, about 12 wraps, 11 or 12 wraps. Yeah, 11 and a half wraps it is. And I thought that'd be a flyer. Put a load of bait on it, and I've lost one, and I had one from it. Whereas in deeper water, out here, in the margins,
it seems to be the margins that's doing it. We can only fish out in the water, and we've had nothing. No, nothing. But there you go. Not to worry. Right, I've got to move on, Andy. Thanks for your time. Much appreciated. And we'll get round to everybody else before the social. I might just get back in time to come back again. Don't forget to speak up. It's not the first time we've met, is it?
It's not.
No, remember last year on the last video, so last social, that was really good. Good to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you.
And how are we getting on?
Well, we had one last night.
You did?
We did, yeah.
What size was that?
That was about 18 and
An 18? Yeah? Brilliant, awesome. Yeah.
We're expecting a few more after that, but nothing.
Gone a bit quiet.
Yeah, that was a distance, mind. That was at 26 wraps.
So you're the first person who's actually caught a fish from any distance? Yeah. Because everyone else has caught from the margins.
Yeah.
So you're the first one to catch from a distance.
I had a rod in the margins. Them fish were coming out this morning between me and you, so I put a zig out. Yeah. 10-foot zig. Well, I had a TX straight away, but I think it's just caught up on its pectoral fin and didn't progress to anything, you know.
I tried. They were all around me this morning, so I brought it in, moved where they were onto them, but it didn't make any difference. So I brought it back in, re-spotted my spots, and well, I'm in now. I'm not in the water at the moment, and the rods are out. But
I think the stamp fish are around about the late doubles, early 20s. I think Tom's fish might be one of the biggest that's been caught.
I think it is.
Carl had a nice comment.
Yeah, I think 23 is the one at the moment. Yeah,
good on him.
And it's a nice fish as well.
Yeah,
it's just fantastic that I was just there at the right time when it ripped off. So
nice to see him get something.
And there's no way anyone can deny that it wasn't his fish because he's brought it in himself. Yeah. So as we're all here, you'll have to introduce yourself. Sorry.
I'm Carl.
Carl.
Yeah.
And what peg you in, Carl?
I'm in 19 next
so
door.
That saves me a trip, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've had an out. Jason next door though, he's lost one and had one, so he's doing all right. Again, I've been fishing longish, nothing. So they're coming in tonight.
Yeah, the trouble is where I am, there is no margin to fish to.
It's just
It's either out or in.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's the problem I've got in front of me. It's deep. It's a big bowl. Yeah. So I'm just gonna have to. I found some shallower spots. I found some clean spots in the edge, in amongst the weeds. So I'm just gonna fish them.
Yeah.
See how we go on.
That seems to be where they're coming from at the moment. And Neil, we bypassed you because you was here.
Yeah.
And how are you doing?
All right.
And fish?
No fish.
No.
No. Next door on 21. Seem to be in between the catch and pegs at the moment. But as per last year, it seems. But no pike in here, so I'm probably blind.
Well, I see. Yeah, no pike. That's what the problem is.
Should have brought a spinning rod. Give myself half a chance.
Yeah, it's a much bigger event this year, isn't it?
It is.
It's a much bigger
really
event.
good the way it's built up. You know, I mean,
yeah.
What did we have last year? 7 of us. I think it was. Yeah. And there's 20 on this year, so it's just going to keep going.
I think so.
That's the idea. Build a momentum.
Next year.
Yeah. It's really taken off very quickly.
Yeah. Well, we spoke to the guys yesterday afternoon. See what we can do this afternoon. A lot of prizes to
There
be
is.
won.
I want them rods.
Yeah. I offered him the money for it without putting them in the raffle, and he went, I can't do that.
Yeah, the rods are quick. I'm keen on them. I could do with some 9-footers.
They're very good rods and all.
For the
I've got a set of the 10s.
Rotherheath Lakes, the smaller, they're perfect for it. They're perfect for it. Yeah. And I nearly bought some. I'm glad I didn't, because I may win some. Yeah. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Everybody's got a chance.
Exactly.
Right, and now we're going down to Peg 18, and we're meeting Jason. And Jason, this is for the first time I've not met you before, have I?
No, you haven't.
And how you doing, mate? You okay?
I'm very good.
Nice to meet you.
And you?
And how are we getting on, Jason?
Not bad. Lost one. Caught one last night.
Brilliant.
So yeah, woken up about 1, which was good. Yeah, nothing massive. Kind of up a double.
Right. Okay.
But, nice to see. Always nice to save the blank.
Oh, absolutely. And where did you get that from, Jason? Was it deep water or margin?
On the margins.
Margins.
Yeah. By the island. I thought, it was so hot, and there's so much deep water out here. I thought I'd try for something a bit shallower because I can here.
Yeah.
So,
and that's clearly paid off.
Yeah.
And I don't know anyone that would fish this swim and not put one over to that
No,
island.
exactly. Well, I've moved. I started off kind of out in front with 1 at the island. I now have 3 on the island.
Yeah,
So,
I would be the same, to be fair. There's only 1 fish so far that's come out of deep water. All the rest have been margin catches.
Right. Okay.
So unfortunately for me over there, I don't have a margin. So
no, of course not.
No, it's water, and that's it.
And that's
it. Andy and I have both blanking at the moment.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. There's plenty of time yet. Well, I say that, I'm walking around here, I'm not actually fishing.
You're
at
not
the
fishing.
moment. So, yeah.
So the only downside of shallow water, of course, is our friends the Coots and the Tufties.
Yeah.
So I've fed a lot of them.
Yeah.
They got me out of bed really early this morning, all excited, and it's all good fun.
Yeah, they do. The little family. It's quite a big family, actually, isn't it?
Massive
Swans.
family. Yeah, all really well fed.
Yeah. Well, when we took over that peg, the person who was there previously obviously just thought, can't be bothered taking this home, ditched it all on the side of the swim, and of course they keep going over to it and feeding on it. And, that's just the way it goes. In fact, it looks like they're moving out now. It must be dinner time again, so they'll be heading over there again.
Well, we got the swans, off they go.
Yeah, there you are. Look. Right, Jason, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
I've got to get round to everybody before the social starts, and everybody gets to go on the channel then.
Okay.
All right.
Lovely.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
And you. Right, so here we go. I get to kill 3 birds with 1 stone on this one because they're all accumulating here, fishing, I guess. So who've we got? Jordan, Matty,
Dan.
and Dan. And how are we getting on?
Not had a beat yet, mate.
Not very well, to be fair.
No?
Feeling awful still.
So it seems to be that this half, including my side, seems to be the bit that isn't catching, and everything seems to be at the top end. Yeah, that's the way I'm getting it at the moment. Yeah, that fella over there, he's had 1 facing this way, but Andy and myself, nothing. Rob round the corner's had 2, and then the numbers just go up. For you get to that corner, he's had 9.
Me and Kieran's had 1.
Yeah.
The lad on the end's lost a few, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So they're coming out, but
definitely aye.
Just not with me.
More shallow water. I know.
me.
Mind you, I don't stand much chance walking around a bank really, rather than actually fishing. So,
that's it,
so I'm not going to catch anything while I'm walking around. But I like to get everybody on the camera and get them all on the blog anyway.
There's still time, yeah.
Yeah, there's time. Yeah, I hope so.
Fingers crossed. If not, I will catch a tan though. That's a shot.
It's awesome, isn't it? Absolutely. The lake looks fantastic from this end. It looks a lot better from here than it does looking down. Yeah, it looks really good.
It's very picturesque.
Yeah, very nice. Right, chaps, thank you very much. It is short and sweet, but I've got to get back.
mate.
So as we do the social later, and I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, mate.
Thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated.
problem.
Cheers. So here we are. This is obviously Paul that we have met last year, and Paul has organised the function this year. And what an amazing place!
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's given us everything I wanted from the probably last year.
Yeah.
But you learn so many things that need to happen and fall into line for you to organise a more successful or attended event.
This has just been brilliant, hasn't it?
From the off, I think these give us more of what we require.
Yeah,
and,
it's good.
And then obviously more centrally located for people travelling excessive journeys, because we do have people from all points.
There's one chap that's come up from there, Gatwick, did you say?
Gatwick, yes. I think Neil, Ian's brother's even further south. Scott, although he's from Sunderland, he lives and works in London. And then obviously yourselves from the northwest, and Andy from Manchester. So it's lovely to bring people together, and with a ragtag band of Geordies coming down as well, of course.
Definitely ragtag some of them, especially on that far end over there. Definitely.
But it's lovely because in amongst those guys is Jordan, who tragically is linked with the CHUF with me. And sorry, every time I talk about these things, that 2 of us have had to go through losing. He lost his daughter and Charlie, so we're both tied to the CHUF. And to have him in the event, because he doesn't have the ability to organise an event, so he wants to support and attend.
Yeah,
it means a lot to him, and obviously the link with his friends to meet my friends, to meet all of us. We've bonded as a group for a cause that means so much to me, because it helps us remember Charlie, and that's what gives me the strength to carry on after the loss of such a wonderful little boy. And it doesn't get easier. You know, Ian and Mark, well, long friends. Me and Ian have fished together for, I think it gives away age away, but probably 30 years ish. Mark's fished with us, we've done, and so they've been absolute rocks for me.
Yeah.
And the support of friendship again gets you through, and I'll just think, well, more friends. So hopefully I'm going to have more help and more people to turn to when I need a little bit of support.
Yeah, I don't think there's no shortage of that around here. I think there's plenty of support here for you.
And there's some there's a good entertainments committee as well with Scott when they turned up yesterday. But it's nice for us to turn up to Norton Disney. I've spoke to Ben and the guys a lot on the phone. First time I met them yesterday, and we've already sort of negotiating for next year, with a view of Ben told us, he said it's nice to see a bunch of genuine guys, because not everybody's the same who turns up on the fishery.
Yeah,
I think when he did the draw, you could see he didn't have any stress. He could relax. He knows there's nobody going to cause any problems.
No.
So he'd said, just pre-book a date, and then we'll decide if you get more people, you can take the 3 back lakes, Hodgetts, Turners, and I can't think what the other one is, but he said, and if you want to have a big event, he said, put a marquee up and do it, so if it organically grows better. We've got the support of these now.
Yeah, which is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, well, obviously it's a business, so you has to repeat business. They need to exist, but still working with them and linking with them, and because of that, obviously, there's in the raffle there's a 48-hour ticket for here as well. So
yeah,
again, negotiation. I don't want it to be massive, and I don't ever want to take anything from it. This is what I've just been talking to Mark. He's like, you're not caught a fish. I said, all I want is to sit here, be with the group of lads, and see other people. This is not arranged for me to catch fish. I can catch fish on my own time.
Exactly.
I want people who have came here in the spirit of what I'm trying to do. But I do want them to have a good time. And
yeah, of course.
I just didn't think all the fish would be in one swim.
Well, they're not in mine.
But that is a big shout out to Bait Guru's boilies, because I think he's on the new boilie.
Brilliant.
Brilliant, thanks.
Well, that completes my walk around. So I got everybody on camera now. I've got an hour before the social, so I might as well get my rods out for the hour. So let's do that. And he's only got the biggest fish so far. I'm actually speaking to Richie. Richie, you're quite a famous carper, I do believe. Could you please tell the people that watch the channel a little bit about yourself and your history and why you're such an important character when it comes to fishing?
Right. Well, first of all, I can't read and write. So there's the first thing. And basically, I started fishing when I was 11. And my mum won a bingo kit, a little fishing kit, a bingo. And the lad upstairs, Tony, he was going to a canal with his dad, so I said, well, all right, go with him, yeah. So they set me up with this little bit of kit and this great big pike float. They said, when that goes, strike hard as you can. So I did that, and the fish went, I don't know if you've ever been on a canal, but they're very thin gardens behind. And the fish went over the span's fence. He was mowing his lawn at the time. And I just climbed up the fence, can I have my fish back, please, mate? That's how I started. And then we went again to Gunsbury Park a year or so later. I still had this little kit. And anyway, I noticed this particular fella fishing the other side, but his rods were right up in the air. I thought, I'm going to have a word with him, see what he's up to. So I went round and he was fishing over these lily pads. So I said, have you caught anything? He had a keep net out back in the day. And he said, yeah, I've had a carp about £6. I said, oh, can I look at it? Anyway, I saw this fish. And it's the biggest fish I've still ever seen. It was massive. I thought, that's what I want to do. So I continued going there. Used to creep out at 12 o'clock at night with my mum, because my mum used to watch telly. Back in the day, it used to finish at 12 o'clock at night. And my mum watched it till the dot.
Oh, the little dot, yeah.
And so as soon as that dot come up, I could hear it in my bedroom. And I know my mum would go to bed. Then my mate would meet me outside the flats, and I'd lower my gear down over the balcony, climb over the balcony, and away we go to Gunsbury Park. And for the first year or so, we was catching small carp to £3 and tench. And tench were great because a lot of times we'd use a float, and the old float would just lift up and screw. Oh, that was lovely. Right, one day my mum come in, she says, she was with her friend, or it might be my granddad. And you don't catch no carp. So next time I went, now it's a good half-hour walk from my flat to the lake. I caught it £3, so I thought I'll take this home. So I wrapped it up in a wet cloth, put it in my bag, got home, got it out, and it flapped. I thought, ooh. So I run the bath, put the fish in the bath, and of course it was gagging for oxygen. I didn't know that. I thought I was hungry, so I kept going out. I'm getting bread, throwing bread in there. It was sucking all over the place. Of course, my mum went coming and went mental. So I took the fish back to the lake and released it, and it actually swam away. So that's how I started.
Great.
And then after that,
what size hooks were on there?
how I became famous, if you like, was through Peter Mowen. I was catching a reasonable amount of 20s back in the early 70s, and the biggest fish was £24 at the time, and Chris Ball and Mike Starker, you both asked me and Johnny Walker if we'd like to join the British Carp Social Group. Anyway, not long after that, we went to a meeting in London. I saw Jack Hilton, Bill Quinlan, Tom Mincham, and various other top anglers, and they were all most of them supporting these British Carp Social really badly. So I said to John, I said, we think better join this. So we joined, and then basically, because I was a member of the British Carp Social group, that meant I could apply for Ashley Paul, the syndicate, which obviously was wrote about quite a lot in Jack Hilton's book, Quest for Carp. Which at the time was my Bible. And so I joined Ashley Paul in 1976 with Vic Gillings, and caught nothing that year. The lake sort of went from that to that. It's only an acre anyway, and the fish just weren't doing nothing. And in the end, that close season, I went up there a couple of times, and Mr. Perry started digging it out a bit. And carp will always investigate a new area. Right. So I then decided what I would do was I'd go up there twice a week and pre-bait this new dug area. And of course it paid off. June 16, Friday 32, 12 and a £20 something. Which is not really heard of it back in the day. No. Especially on Ashley Pool. And so Pete Moen insisted I put it in the paper, which was in 1977. And then once I hit the paper, I was known then for catching carp all around. You know, back in the day when you when I go in the water and look at fish, you get a gathering around you. And by the mid 80s, I was quite well known.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's about it.
That's a fair shout though, wasn't it? Is it the first? Did you catch the first 40?
No. I was the first one to catch 3 40s in 3 different lakes, and the first one to catch 4 40s in 4 different lakes. That was back in 1984. Was the first one. That was Basel, 1984 October. That was 45-12, and then the next 2 was from the Pad Lake. I'm not sure, it was 89 or 90 or anyway, somewhere around there. And I had them 2 within 6 days. I had Basil from Pad Lake, and then the car park lake, she was jumping just behind me, so I knew where she was. But because of who I was, I couldn't fish the swims. The swims next to me would be took up, so I went right round the other side and long cast over, and no one fished them swims, but the fish was there. Anyway, I caught it. Brilliant. So that was 2 40s in 6 days. And then of course my last fish was 92, I think, which was the Royal Richmond Park Raw fish. And then after that I went downhill. Basically, I went through a bad divorce and became an alcoholic, and I've been away for the best part of 30 years. Right. And I've been back for 3 years thanks to KOTO, and loads of other good anglers that have been supporting me. Simon Hartop being the most important, he's the one that actually got me back in. Damien Clark sponsors me heavily, with Danny Fairbrass obviously, and Mainline sponsors me heavily as well. Cool. And Fox, and also Jag. I don't think I forgot anybody, I hope not, otherwise I shall be in trouble.
Well, if you remember anybody, we'll just put a list on.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Yeah, other than that, my fishing's good now, I'm catching quite regular. The anglers that receive me back receive me with open arms and good wishes and that, so yeah, everything's really good.
It's changed massively, carp fishing, over the last 20 years, hasn't it?
It's changed incredibly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a lot of people, when you talk about certain things, they say, oh, it's hell above anything else. This is 6 feet above anything I've ever known. I mean, I've just been filming with Danny and Tom and Rob Burgess, Tom Stokes, Neil Spooner and Tom Dove. And what I saw on the film was I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's a film coming out.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
No.
But it was certainly an eye-opener for me, and it was very interesting. And what people like me didn't realise, although I've been behind the camera quite a few times back in the day, the amount of work that, not Danny Fair, but I mean, he done massive work, but also the cameraman, the man Danny, who set the cameras in the water, gets them out of the water, sets everything up, and the critical bits that he has to do is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. You know, I helped him one night when he was setting up in the lodge, setting up some cameras, and everything has got to be absolutely pristine. Nothing can be left for error. And it's marvellous the way they do it.
Yeah. They spend a lot of time getting that footage right, don't they?
Well, basically, I mean, I worked for Danny for, I think, about 3 weeks. and I'm quite fit for 70-year-old, and I was run down. And in the end, so I said to Dad, I'm getting a bit tired here, you know. They said, do yourself a favour and go back fishing. And so that gave me a blow for a few days. But I mean, they were up and ready to go at 6 o'clock every single morning. Cameras are on, and it's intent watching, and you don't realise how hard it is just to sit there watching the camera. But the lows and highs that come with it are absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, when you see action all of a sudden, yeah.
It's horrendous at one point, and it's really high level at another point. Because when they're coming in, you and then when they go, oh, that's all, and they go away, and you can actually see it. It's absolutely amazing.
It is interesting to see that sort of footage when you see the work, you know, what they do and how they. Well, you never see it behind the camera. You don't see the background work, do you? You just see the shots normally, don't you?
I mean, what you're going to see, if it's an hour film or 2 hour film, that took 2 months to
exactly, yeah.
And 2 months of really hard work by everybody concerned, not just us sitting beside the camera. I mean, Tom Stokes is casting and Danny's casting. I mean, I didn't see Rob casting, so I can't. But I've seen Rob on here, and he don't miss much, mate. If there's a shilling out there and he wants it, he'll put a cast on it. Bosh. And the casting to a pole, well, the camera's directly underneath the pole, and bosh every time it's going.
Yeah, they've got to be accurate, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic, you know, to watch.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I guess we'll just have the one over
Say
us. When I'm driving tomorrow.
Some keep those, is it?
I like your icebox too. It's well cool. So there we go, that was the last bit of spotting we're going to do for today. Andy and I are both of the same opinion. A lot of the fish have come from the margins. We're just hoping to attract some fish into our swims with plenty of bait, and maybe hold them in there long enough for them to find our hook links. But it's all margin stuff so far, so it's a challenge. It's a challenge. These are really good pegs, but it's not happened. They've been in the margins. There's nothing we can do about it. So our options are, yeah, go for it. Go for it. So I put 20 spots out earlier. I've put about 10 out now. So yeah, there's plenty of bait gone out there. I'm right on top of my own baits in a line. So at the range that I was given, I can't do any more than that. At the end of the day, it's been a great weekend so far. It's not over yet. We've got all night to go. Let's hope that Andy and I are woken up several times. No, several times would be nice, wouldn't it? So let's hope we get woken up in the night. But we can't do for trying. So we've done everything we possibly can right now. I'm not disappointed at all. Not disappointed at all. It's been a thoroughly enjoyable weekend, and no, thank you. And yeah, all for the right reasons. So, Tom's still leading with his 23 that you've seen earlier. I would hate to take that from him, but I will. If I give him the chance, I will. And I'm sure everyone else would too. So yeah, let's keep going. And Tom, I'm out to get you now, mate. Only joking, only joking. It's all part of the fun. I'm really pleased you did what you did and caught what you caught. Well done, mate. So until then, until we get any signs of life later on, that may or could well be it for today. We'll see. Time will tell. You never know. You never know. It can all happen in the last hour, as we've proven in the past.
That's a smart one, Chris.
Dad,
Yeah,
I want to win a bag of
Believe it or not, Dicky's got more.
feel like I'm here with all this cash.
Right,
not these days.
Without further ado, now we'll go to award the prize for the most fish in the competition.
Who's in competition?
Well, you know.
How you say that?
I said, sorry, not a competition. Goes to Andy. And you can pick one of the day ticket prizes of your choice. There's choice of three. There's A1 pits, there's one for here, and there's one on Wyreside. Right, you just got to email Ben.
Yeah. Wicked. Thank you very much.
No problem. Well done.
Thank you.
Now we've got the heaviest fish, which I'm pleased to say goes to young Tom here, who after 2 years without a fish has finally gone and done it on his own terms. Done very well.
Well done, mate.
Well done, Tom.
Forgot to book it, it's coming.
Well done, Tom.
Well done, Tom.
Well done, Tom. Get it and get a spare T-shirt out. Yeah, keep an eye on it. Right. Hi, Morgan. Pick one ticket, open it and read the number.
What number is it? Turn around, buddy.
No, two. I'll do you like a da.
No, really.
He just put my one back.
19.
19. Who was on 19?
There you go.
There you
Choice
go.
to the table.
Anything you want. You've only got 3 seconds to choose. Right, next number.
Next number. Are you picking again? How is that ticket? Right, another one.
Have you got another 2 there?
Suspense.
5.
Oh, go.
Anything on the table? 5.
Aye.
4. 3. What, even these?
Yes.
Yeah, all of them. They're all to choose from.
That stone, you can take that one if you want.
That's special stones, the healing stones, them, Carl.
5. Stalking stones.
Well, we're coming to the end of this year's social in honour of my grandson Charlie, raising funds for the CHUF, which is the charity that we support through all these people here. We've had a wonderful time here at Linear. They've been very accommodating. We've met some old friends, met some new friends. Everybody's got on fantastically well together. Everybody's enjoyed the event. There's been some nice fish caught. We've had some people struggle, but everybody in the spirit of it has been absolutely brilliant and enjoyed the day. And I hope that if you watch the video and you are able to donate to support the charity, there'll be links at the bottom of the video where you can access the CHUF. All I'd ask you, if you do donate direct via the CHUF website, you relate it to Charlie just so we can track how much people are supporting him. We will be hopefully having a range of the clothing that we've got on, continuing that to keep something going for the charity as the year goes on, so hopefully we'll be able to publicise that. All I can say from the bottom of my heart is a massive, massive thank you to the people who donated prizes, people who supported, Linear for welcoming us. And although I'm really sad now, I look forward to the next one. Thank you. Right, as the event finishes and we all head home, we have one final thing to do. Before we leave, this fella here is going to get the biggest bucket drowning I've ever seen, but he deserves it for the weight he's had to beat his personal best. Young Thomas here is going to enjoy this soaking massively. Other than that, I'm making a swift exit.
Who's counting down? 3, 2, 1. Give it a
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, that's cool. Well done.
We've got one last thing for the video. Me and my brother were over in France earlier on in the year, and he had a 40-pounder, and during that time he managed to hide from the bucket. Now, he's done everything he can to escape it this weekend, including trying to sly off to his car quickly after Tom got done. But Tom's caught him, and now it's a return for Tom to lead it. We're going to count down from 3, and he's going to get drenched. Thank you. Right, are you ready? I'll start the count.
Go ahead, Tom, give it some.
Is it
Ready?
warm?
All together.
1, 2, 3.
We'll go on 1, 1, 2, 3.